Hello everyone, this is Mandan. We're at the Athlete Village in Jakarta at the Asian Games in 2018. And we're now at a flag raising ceremony will be held here where 12 Chinese athletes and 9 team officials will be attending in these games. And there are 2 competition areas in Jakarta this time, and one competition will be held in 2 separate cities. One is in Jakarta and one is in Palembang. And we're now at the Jakarta Athlete Village, and it's called the Noren Village. And we're now waiting for the athletes to enter, and we're going to give an introduction of the Athlete Village. At my left hand here, we have the Chinese delegations building. We can see Chinese Hong Kong, and we're living together in the same building. And on my right side here, we can see the Japanese building. In the middle, we have the flag raising ceremony flag plaza, where the ceremony will be held. The Karamoran village is built in 2016, and it can now host 7,000 athletes and in 10 different towers. So we're now waiting for the ceremony to begin. The main process of the ceremony will be 3 parts. So first, the athletes will enter in this zone, and they will be seated in three rows. And the General Sports Administration Director Go Zhongwen will be joining us, exchange gifts with the village head. And from then on, the flag will be raised, and the Chinese anthem will be in our ears. So we can wait for the scene to happen. Now let's take a look at the Athlete Village. Today, the athletes and team officials will come out from building number 4 and walk to the flag square. Then the head of the Athlete Village will deliver a speech before we finally see the flag of China raising and hear the national anthem. Yesterday, the Chinese delegation have arrived. Part of the team officials have arrived in Jakarta, and 9 of them will be joining us here in the flag raising ceremony. Apart from that, 12 athletes from equestrian, swimming, basketball, and gymnastics will also be here. We'll later be interviewing some of them to discover their preparations and how they have found the Athlete Village these days. I'm sure it will be an exciting experience. Let's wait to find out.
Yuk, kita senyum seperti matahari tersenyum, begitu lembut. Hari ini kita akan 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're still waiting for the athletes to come to the flag plaza, and the 18th Asian Games have already kicked off in football, basketball, and handball, and the opening ceremony will be held on Saturday. Now we can see the staffs for the flag raising ceremony is coming towards us from behind the flag. They're carrying the flag of China. They're going through a process of preparing for the flag raising ceremony. And now I'm going to introduce some of the basic history of the Asian Games to you. Asian Games is Asia's biggest sports event, and China will participate in 38 of 40 events without kabaddi and weightlifting. Last time in Incheon, China grabbed 343 medals with 151 goals from the 9th edition of the Asian Games, namely the 1982 New Delhi PRC has dominated medal table for each event. And now we can see the athletes are coming towards our way. Let's go to them. We can see some Indonesian music playing and the comes the Chinese delegation. First in line are the team officials. We have 9 team officials joining us today and 12 athletes from 4 different sports. The head of the delegation is our director of the General Administration of Sport, Go Zhongwen. He will be exchanging gifts with the head of the village later in the flag raising ceremony. Now the team is lining up. The team are wearing our signature blue uniform. We can see equestrian athlete Alex Hua Tian is at the second row in the second place.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
And now the ceremony begins.
Good morning, our honorable guests, all National Olympic Committee athletes of the 18th Asian Games 2019 from China and Palestine. Welcome to our home, Indonesia. Welcome to Athlete Village, Kemayoran, Jakarta. Our honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second time that Indonesia hosts the Asian Games. The first one was held in 1962. And we are pleased to welcome all the NOC delegations. May the Asian Games shed positive lights and significant implications among Asian countries and to the world. Now we would like to welcome Ms. Yuni Kartika as our Mayor of Athlete Village to give her welcome speech. And all the media and photographers, you're not allowed to be in this area, and you have time later to capture all the moments. Thank you.
Thank you. To the Ambassador of China, Mr. Xiao Zhen. To the NOC President of China, Mr. Gao Zhongwan.
Now we have
To
Director
the
of China's
CGTN of Palestine,
Sports General
Dr.
Administration,
Xiaoqi
Go
Tugas.
Zhongwen, giving a speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, it is a pleasure to welcome all the National Olympic Committee to our home, Indonesia. We all hope our gathering in this precious moment will not only strengthen our relation as fellow Asians, but also to show our greatness to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, sport has shown us to be diligent, consistent, focused, brave, never give up, cooperative, sportive, and all other good values to be applied in everyday life. Hopefully, these spirits and values can continue to rise in the soul of the Asian people so that they can continue to maintain the unity, peace, prosperity, and sovereignty of the Asian nation. To end, I would like to thank you for participating and wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, we are able to show ourselves, to prove the best, the fastest, the strongest, and let us create new records that will surprise the world. Thank you and welcome to the 18th Asian Games 2018.
Thank you, Ms. Yuni Kartika, our Mayor of Athlete Village. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flag for the song National Anthem from China and Palestine.
Now we have the flag raising ceremony right now.
The
official ceremony of the raising the flag is now ended.
Ladies and gentlemen, our honorable guests,
the mayor of the village will now exchange gifts with Gou Zhongwen, our director of
President of
General
NOC from
Sports
China, and
Administration.
also the ambassador of China, Mr. Xiao Chen, and also Chief the Commission of Palestine, Mr. Shabi Kukash. All media and photographers, now you are allowed to capture the moment.
And pictures are taken now as the mayor of the athlete village in Jakarta and China's delegation, the official of the Chinese delegation, and
Showing
the
our
officials
immense
of the
gratitude,
Palestine.
there is an exchange token of appreciation
Now they're exchanging gifts
from Indonesia to China
Indonesia
and
to China.
Palestine. received by Mr. Ko Chung-won, the NOC president from China, and also the ambassador of China, Mr. Xiao Chen. And also token of appreciation from Indonesia to Palestine. To Chief the Mission of Palestine, Mr. Shabi Kukosh. We hope that we value, by giving this exchange, we hope that we value the spirit of Asian Games and friendship between these countries. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause. Another photo session. Journalists, media, and all photographers, you may now allow to photograph this moment. And for the mayor of Athlete Village, together with Mr. Ko Chung-won, the NOC president from China.
Now we have a special gift from
another token of appreciation
team
from
official
Palestine
to China.
Mayor
of
of
course we
Athlete
have
Village, together with President of NOC
from the Chinese
and
gift
Chief
to the
Mission.
Palestine. And we took another picture.
Proceed after this. Kindly proceed yourselves to the photo booth area to take another photo. Followed by all the delegations from China and the Palestine. Thank you very much. Best of luck.
Okay, now the
for all of
ceremony
you.
have ended. We will now have interviews with some of the athletes here with us. And we might have Alex Huatian now coming our way. Oh, after he take this picture with the team officials. Equestrian athlete Alex Huatian joining with us. And how do you feel right now after the flag raising ceremony?
I'm very proud. This is actually my first flag ceremony, so just very proud to be involved. Very proud to be involved. Thank you.
I believe your horse have arrived. How has
horses arrived yesterday, so Spike or Ling Xinwang arrived yesterday, and their health is okay. It was a long journey. They're quite tired, but we now have a few days to let them recover, look after them well, and then build our partnership in preparation for the competition.
in your first Asian Games, you get silver medal.
I know.
And what is your expectation this time?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I think the other Asian nations, Japan, India, they have some amazing horses here. They bought some horses specifically to win the Asian Games. Ling Xiwang is a very good horse. I hope to be competitive, but for me, it's much more of a long-term project aiming towards Tokyo. So if I do well, I'm very happy. If I don't do well, as long as the horse tried the hardest, I will be happy as well.
And the last time you're quite kind of now this time you have 4 other athletes.
I do, yes. Exactly that. So for us, our campaign has been I'm not alone, and for the Asian Games, that's exactly right. I have 4 other equestrian athletes, 2 other athletes in my team for the Ma Shu San Xiang Sai, Liang Ruiji, Xiaolong Bate. They're really nice guys. We're good friends. We have a really great team atmosphere. So I think I'm really looking forward to this week.
And what do you think is the difference? The last time you had the individual event team, but now this time it's the team.
I think there's 2 big differences. One is the other Asian nations have catched up very quickly. Japan, India are very, very strong. They have amazing teams around them helping support them. For us, we've had some very strict anti-doping measures, which I support fully. But it has meant that we've been separated from our horses for a very long time. Yesterday was the first time I rode my horse in 8 days, which, in terms of preparation for championships is not ideal. So I think that will inevitably affect our performance. But I know that the riders and the horses will still try our hardest. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so you just said you're looking forward to the Tokyo Games.
Yes.
And do you think this time what exactly are you preparing for Tokyo Games?
So I have an amazing team of horses. So the day after Rio, we sat down. I made a new WeChat group with all of my team, family, stakeholders, horse owners, and we made a strategy for how we want to plan this 4 years leading up to Tokyo. We're now obviously halfway through that. I'm really happy. We're in a really strong position. I have a great team of horses, and between now and then, of course, with horses, lots of things can go right, lots of things can go wrong. But I'm positive. We'll see.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. See you later.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's our Alex Fatien. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sekali lagi terima kasih banyak.
See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Yes, tomorrow.
rekan-rekanku.
Bye.
Kita prepare 10 menit menuju next.
That's our Alex Fatien. He is the silver medalist in last edition Asian Games, and this time he will be competing in both the individual and team events with 4 other Chinese athletes in the equestrian team. So we'll be looking forward to his performance this time, and he will be preparing also for the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. Let's see. Good luck to him, and we'll catching up to him later in the day. So let's see if we can find some other athletes and we can try to do an interview with. Hi. Hi. This is our basketball athlete from the men's basketball team. I believe this is the first time that he has competed in the Asian Games, and let's see how he feels.
升旗仪式后就是觉得亚运会正式开始了，然后之前训练付出的东西就是时候把它表现出来了。
He said he's very excited for the flag raising ceremony, and it is a gesture that the Asian Games has already begun, and he is ready to perform what he prepared in the back home.
目标就是争取第一吧，然后把自己的水平发挥出来。
This is his first time competing in the Asian Games, so he wanted to gain first prize. So let's good luck to him. 说一句大家好，
大家好，我是中国游泳运动员何俊毅。然后。
He's from the swimming team, 何俊毅. Let's good luck to him. Thank you. 谢谢。
可以再问你几个。船长刚揭晓的旗手是赵帅，谁先报？
在哪儿呢？And we have a sort of a breaking news now. The head of the delegation has just announced that the head of the flag bearer of the Chinese delegation will be the He Junwen in the Zhao Shuai in the Taekwondo event. Sorry, that's Zhao Shuai of the Taekwondo event. let's look forward to the opening ceremony. We will see the Chinese delegation in the opening ceremony in just 2 days. That's the end of our opening of our flag raising ceremony for Chinese delegation, and that's the end. Thank you. Wait.